Well, here we are in the middle of summer. It's time for the sun to go on the move, right?
It is, and the sun is going into my favorite sign of all, the sign of Leo. And I think Leo, of all the signs of the zodiac, is the most fun because it's ruled by the sun. It's the center of attention, and Leos always like to have a good time. And this year they are likely to actually have that with the sun going in their sign. It's a brand new start for them. Their energy is up, their vitality is up, optimism has returned to their life, and things that they've been working on probably since the fall financially probably come to be over the next 30 days or so, which is always room, for Leos to crow about, and to roar about. I know, it's a great thing. For Virgos, not so much. Time to take a step backwards. The sun is behind their sun, and for Virgos, it's the end of their solar year. So their best bet is to take a step back, put their feet up, find a cool place to retreat, to be reflective, and gather their energies for their new start that starts next month. For Libras, great time to reach for the brass ring. And for Libras, this is not a time to go it alone. Libras are very much the sign of partnerships. And for them, some male friend really goes to bat for them and helps them out in a very, very tangible way that makes the Libra really kind of feel the love, which they haven't for a while. So it's good for them. For Scorpios, this energy is in their 10th house of career and public standings. And Scorpios have to be really careful not to challenge the boss, not to go against the boss, but to look and see the way the political winds are blowing for them and try and adjust their attitude to go along with that. So, which is no small feat for Scorpios. For Sagittarians, important legal matters, educational matters, matters at a distance, stuff that's kind of been pending for the last couple of months or so begins to go forward, and the Sagittarian gets a good result with it, but they have to remember that they get what they ask for, but they have to accept the responsibility, normally an anathema to a Sagittarian, that goes along with that. For Capricorns, it's about the money. It's about maximizing their existing resources. Rather than looking for new resources, they benefit from other people's resources. The money gods sort of smile on Capricorns. I don't want to say money falls out of the sky on them, but it could.
Ooh.
Yeah, which is very cool. For Aquarians, sun is in their 7th house of partners, and it means that a spotlight is being shown on Aquarians. And Aquarians have to be very careful because they've always said, well, if I was in charge, I'd do this, this, and this, and the universe is going to go, okay, put your money where your mouth is. Let's see how that goes. So, for Pisces, 6th house of work, and this is a matter of take some personal pride in the job that you do, regardless of the job. Even if you are, sweeping the streets, do a good job doing it and take some pride in it. And if you do, you'll be rewarded for it, both financially and esoterically, about feeling good about it. For Aries, it's their favorite time of year to party. Leo is their 5th house of amusements, pleasures, sports, fun, falling in love, children. Anything that's fun is on the Aries list. So I don't really expect to see them at work very much this week at all. For Tauruses, this is in their 4th house of home. Something new comes to light over the next 4 weeks. It changes things at home for Taurus one way or another. And it straightens out something that's been giving them a fairly hard time. And they find that peace at home that has been sort of elusive for them for the last couple of months or so, because they've been running on high gear probably since March or so.
Yes.
So she will appreciate that.
Yes.
For Geminis, it's in their 3rd house of day-to-day living, and the pace of their life picks up to where they have to be careful to what they commit to, because it's easier to get into things than it is to get out of things, and they're really going to have to manage their time so there's no lollygagging around, so they can get to everything on their to-do list. And then for Cancer, is the last sign, it's about making more money. But this is not money falling out of the sky on them. This is them, through the fruits of their own labor, ending up with more money at the end of their month instead of more month at the end of their money, which is always good. And they are going to get a bona fide opportunity to make more money, and they should really go ahead and take it, because that's going to work out pretty well for them. So that's tomorrow's news today for the 12 signs of the zodiac, with the sun entering into Leo, the sign of the good times.
Yeah, it's certainly a good time because it's my birthday next week.
It is your birthday, and I am so glad you were born.
See you next week.
Always a pleasure.